Welcome to Summerland Enchantment. The year is 504.1. And we have with us our guest, Cyberpro, whose name isn't on here, but you can see them with a crown on their head. It's like, it kind of has like that, with it being fake, it looks like the BK crown that you get, So,
yeah.
Welcome in, friends. Welcome back, rather. Let's go ahead and quickly meet our players, and then we'll dive into a little bit of finishing touches for administrative overhead. Oh, I'm throwing on fighting music.
Oh,
I beg of you, no.
You ready?
It begins.
Yeah. Ready?
Oh.
Yeah, Sexual's brother arrives.
No!
All right. I'm on screen.
Indeed. Okay, so let's quickly figure out where we were with the Winterface stuff. We got y'all through experience checks, aging, yes? Family survival?
Yeah, correct.
No.
We did not do that.
Okay. And while we're at that, Cyberpro, feel free to do the experience check portion. So anything you had ticked.
Sick, will do.
You can also include horsemanship, since you rode down there, and hunting as ticks to test, Cyberpro.
Okay.
And what is your fairy lore skill at?
My fairy lore is a 2.
Yeah, we'll give you a tick in that then too.
Hooray.
Anytime you enter Summerland during its enchantment, you should probably get something for that, right?
Hey, what? All right.
Okay. Then we're gonna family survival. Oh boy, this is the children stuff. You guys are living richly though. Anyways.
Yes, we are. Specifically because of kid stuff.
Yeah. So we'll get you to roll to see if your children's are ill. That's the only thing we're testing.
Okay. What we rolling?
You are testing. Just roll a d20. Look up your modifier for richly.
Alien is now physically age 33. At what point do we have to do the rolling?
36.
36. Okay, so I have 3 more. Interface where that comes up. Okay.
I don't know if you caught that, Emily.
What's up? I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. We need you and Rebecca to roll a d20.
Got it.
I have it ready. I just wasn't sure if I needed to wait for a modifier.
Yeah, you're all good.
But
You're all
20?
You're both are all is well. All is well.
Don't be suspicious of her kids.
Trust anybody. I'm dark now.
Yep.
Dark Lucius.
Okay, so that goes to that. Beatrice and Olwyn, you're aged up a year as well?
Yep, quite so, yes.
All right, and
Beatrice
then...
is 30.
Then
Dirty 30.
Who's doing the justice event for you?
Not me.
Not bad for weather. That's good weather.
Let's have... I think we had Dogged do it last time. So, or Cadwigan, but I think they've both done it recently. So I think let's have... You think of Bray? You want Bray to do it?
Everybody can do it.
Cool.
Let me pull up the sheet.
I can't remember what... Nicole, what's your character's arbitrary and just? Is it 10 and 10?
It's justice 9 and arbitrary is 11.
Oh, that's probably why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm not. Yeah.
That would be pretty funny. Like, yeah, no. Okay.
No, yeah, no.
So Every's gonna roll.
Those rolls don't go well.
So I just roll just.
Yep.
All right.
And you are.
Had to grab the right.
I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Nope,
Okay.
Not that either. There we go.
An ordinary.
Ugh.
Oh.
Killing. Oh, someone cheated at Dodge Rock.
No. Can I impassion or no? Is this something I can impassion for? His justice not high.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
There's consequences for it, of course.
There's consequences if it
I
fails.
swear
there's
to God.
consequences in general.
That should be fine.
If you end up in the forest again, I don't
Right,
know what I'll
loyalty,
do.
Lord. Okay, thank you. That was for Everett, I swear.
Thank you, Frey.
Yeah, Everett's loyalty lord is higher than Beatrice's.
That's upsetting.
Which is sad. But it's
yeah, it
13.
sure is.
I'll just throw it out.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. Success. And that wouldn't have been a success had he not done that.
Ooh, ooh.
Okay, so you should be good as long as this isn't a crit.
Okay.
Mr. Fox.
It's a crit.
Oh, apparently not at all. Okay, so win versus a failure is good. That will count as a success. So reduce hatred of landlord by 1. And this was one of those festivity pieces, probably around Yule. There was some kind of like game that was being played, and the farmer got mad.
Some sort of like musical chair mistletoe.
Oh.
Dark Griff lost that game.
So my hatred landlord really can't go down anymore unless we keep going into the negatives.
No, if you're at 0, it's good. But it could go back up.
Yep.
So
Yep, it's at -2.
okay. Concerned commoners. We need you to test that, Rebecca.
Success.
Success, reduce the misfortune roll by 5. So right now we're at 15 minus 5. That's
Nice.
ooh.
Oh,
Trent noted
Really?
that Love Landlord is a thing. Yeah.
I just saw that.
Yeah. All right. So, Nicole, you're gonna make a D6 roll. Let's see how the Manor luck's going this year.
3.
3. Well, we're in anarchy where everything is shit. So calamity it is.
God, no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
All right.
Should be fine.
Yeah.
And then
Fine.
roll on Manor
Fine.
luck bad at some point here. Give someone that roll. Rebecca, you're gonna make a misfortune versus stewardship roll. So you're rolling against your stewardship or distaff in your case. I'm rolling against a 10.
So I just roll my distaff.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Success.
And fumble. That's the ideal scenario. So crit versus, or not crit, sorry, success versus fumble. You're living richly. Extravagant.
Hey! Woo!
Try the same word.
Let's go.
So that means child survival rolls get a +3 now. Childbirth rolls
Hooray.
receive a +5. Horse survival rolls receive a +2.
Okay.
I will ask about whether anyone in particular was going for childbirth. If you are, I will note this year there is concern around Cornwall. So I don't know if that will change your mind. If not, go ahead and give me a d20.
Okay.
Lucius has never known the touch of a woman.
Oh.
6.
No chill.
Ah, dang
No.
it. Come on. Actually
That's
really
what-
wants kids. That's really
that was
upsetting.
close. That was close. Childbirth rolls get a +3, but that's
Oh.
still
That
nothing.
gives me a 9, and that's
But it's
still
better
no
than mother
children.
and child dying at birth. But we
Yeah, it's
obviously would've
better
done
than
something
one
very-
more than that.
God.
So we'll
Obviously,
take
when
it.
it's a player character, it's not going to come down to a roll like that. It just means
Yeah, I appreciate that because that would suck. It'd be the worst thing ever at the beginning of a game playing.
Yeah.
Like,
What do
sorry,
you
died
mean,
from a
Trent?
roll
rolling
in the
for
winter.
winter phase, and then it's like, well, that character you just leveled up, by the way.
Okay. So that pretty much covers everything. We need to quickly go through the horse stuff.
Yeah.
So,
No, there's no turnip anymore. Never mind.
Rebecca, do you choose to live superlatively, or do you want to extract Libram from that? So if you go down from superlative to rich, you get 4 Libram. If you go down from superlative to normal, you get 8 Libram.
And so we already know that like our kids are fine.
For the year. This is for
Or-
the next year, though.
Kids
Kids are the number one concern. Living superlative is required.
Yeah. Yes. I think we'll stay superlative.
Okay. So quickly with the horses, do we have those on hand so we can quickly
Aye.
rock that out? Let's get some people involved so we can quickly roll through this here. Breeding horses. What do we got? What do we got for? Let's do this backwards. What do we got for Sumter? How many?
We got 2. One age 1 and one age 3.
Okay. Why don't we give Cyberbro this roll? Can you
All right.
roll for us 2d6, good sir?
2d6, no problem. No 3s. How lucky am I?
We're probably doing the breeding part first, right?
Yeah.
That's not alright. That's how that works in this setting. So on a 5+ your horse. So yeah, no birth right now.
No birth. Okay, we have 5 round 6. Or wait, we have 6 round 6.
Why don't I give this one to Nicole?
Sorry, I was noting something down. I was down. What was that?
66 for the horse rolls. One pass, is that correct? And 1 bread?
Mm-hmm.
An even
All
trade.
right. So we kill off the oldest ones, right? Or in order of.
In order of their name.
All
Whatever
right.
list you have, it's literally the
Got you. So which one died? Which number?
the
The last one.
Perfect. I mean, not perfect, but that was the oldest. So. And then which one gave birth?
Fourth one.
Okay. So that's not one of Emmerich's.
Okay. Then how many chargers do we have?
We have 6 chargers.
Oh, that's huge. Why don't we have Emily roll this one?
Okay. I almost just rolled 620. That's not what I wanted. Ah,
Nothing bad, nothing good.
nothing.
Actually, no 5+. So,
Two more.
sorry. So we should go back to Elian's roll as well. I'm going
Oh.
by this, by the way.
Mhm.
I'm assuming that's true.
Oh, yeah. So there were
the
2 that
Yeah, the third one
also
on the list
convert.
for round C.
Perfect.
I think
so
we're
that
treating
is-
this.
That was an Emmerich one. So do we want to note that bloodline as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Put a little E next to their name.
Yeah, asterisk and an E. All right.
All right, and
And so,
Charger 2 and Charger 3 also red.
perfect.
I think there is a thing where they can't breed like the first 2 years is what we looked up. Remember?
So Charger 2 would be turning 3 this year.
I think that's suitable. Yeah.
Okay.
As long as they've lived through 2 years. Okay. That gets us to the horse, and then now here's the fun part: horse survival. Any volunteers to roll? Oh, I guess we baked the 2 rolls together on accident, didn't we?
Yeah, do you
Yeah.
want to redo it?
No, you know what we'll do? We'll just count this one as we baked the 2 rolls together. So,
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
PC
Sounds
time.
good to me.
yeah.
Efficient.
With the exception of, I should clarify. No, we can't, because survival's a D20. I'm sorry. We gotta roll dice.
All right.
Do we have any over 7 years? 7 or over?
2 of our roundsies are turning 7 this year.
On a roll for each year over 7. So nope, none over 7 yet. So we're good. Rebecca, you can roll your choice. Do you want to roll for the Roundsea, the Chargers, or the Sumters?
I'll roll for the roundsies. So that's 60/20s? Or are we including the newborns?
Oh, Roundseas, yeah, 60/20. No, newborns get a year pass. Like the year they're born, they
Perfect.
don't die.
Cool.
Even though it makes sense that they could. All good. Why don't you assign someone to roll for the Chargers?
Oh, I'm doing that right now. Wait.
Oh, you want to do it? Okay.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. Roll 60.
No, they haven't rolled for the Roundsea
20.
There they go.
Okay.
And then 2 of them are over 7 or are 7. For the Chargers? No, for the Roundsies.
If there's 7, there's no modifier. If they're over 7,
Okay,
there's a
got you. Yeah, for the Roundsies. Sorry, I just rolled the Chargers. Yes. So all seems well there. And for the Roundsies, do you want someone else to roll? Because that's also 60/20.
Yeah, I was saying, why don't you decide? Why don't you assign?
Got you. I'm gonna go Emily.
Yay.
I know you like the horses.
Is that 60/20 for this one?
That is 1, 2.
Chargers is also 6. Okay. One of them got a
it w-
1.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
6th one.
Well, that was the one I already erased because.
Yeah, so the one that we thought was gonna die died. It looked like it was just their time.
Yeah, we were just like, it's okay. It's my. Let's see, I'll do it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
and then so we
Perfect.
got a roll for the 2 Sumter, right?
Nicole.
All good.
And 11.
So it worked out exactly as we predicted.
Yeah.
Last bit. Now this is something, Lucius, you get to do too, which is experience improvements. So you can choose 5 skill points into something, any pool of skills under 15. So once a skill hits 15, you have to put the rest of the pool somewhere else. You can put 1 skill point in a skill 15 or over, or you can put 1 skill or 1 point in an attribute or passion point. It's like an or clause, so you can do A, B, or C.
Okay, I'll do the 5 skill points, and you know what? Let's get my spear skill up to 15 because you never know when you're going to need it. And then for my last 2, we'll get folklore up to, where's my folklore at? Yeah, we'll put folklore up to 13. I've been talking to a lot of commoners, whatnot, and my orate up to 15.
Okay. Now I have to ask you, you're Roman culture, yes?
Yes.
So if you're Roman culture, what's your lance score?
My lance score is a 15. Excuse me, a 10. Sorry.
So because you're Roman, you don't get the Kimry spear thing where they can do lance and spear as if they're the same skill. Would you rather put the 5 points in lance so you can use that for charging and such, or do you rather use it for spear? Just want to make sure you can do it for either. Lance is used anytime you're like using a spear charging on a horse.
You know what? You've got a point there. I'm going to forego everything I just said and then put that all into lance. Lucius has not been talking to people. He's been lancing things.
Okay. Understood. That brings him to what lance score?
Lance is now a 15.
Awesome. Okay. And I'm going to quickly check in with Becca, Emily. Where are we at, Bang?
In terms of?
The 5 points.
Experience improvements.
Got you. I put 1 point into glamour and I put 4 points into diplomacy.
I did the opposite of everybody else. I didn't stack them. I just spread them out. I put a point into spell that rose from a 14 to a 15. Healing from a 13 to a 14. Fairy lore from a 9 to a 10. Horsemanship from 13 to 14. And then courtesy from a 6 to a 7. She got to at least try. She's a lady now. Got to at least like throw something at it. Like.
And what about for Ellie?
I put a 1 into battle to rise it to a 15, and then I put the rest into siege to take it to a 6.
Okay. Understood. All right.
Because Cornwall.
I think we are good to start. All right. Cyber Bro, we're going to start with you. Welcome to the game as we close in on the year. Some key points for you. The warring up north has resolved. You probably have better insights on all of this than everyone else because they would have made an effort to keep you appraised to everything. We'll work with this old map to show you what's going on. I forgot to put in the 504 map for you. The counties of Lambor and Pendragon have been conquered, or at least for the purposes of this map. Lambor is now an ally, and Pendragon is now conquered. Intelliad rode to Lindsay and actually assisted Lindsay in defending against the North Saxons and the Kingdom of Melahut. Afterwards, Lindsay formed an alliance with Intelliad. So that was all last year. Finally, something you all know, London has been overtaken by Saxons. So it's been conquered.
Oh.
So that's a big hit in general to the island. Now the main port where like all trade with the mainland would come through is gone. In some ways it's a benefit for an Intelliad temporarily because Carlane is the only other main port of call now. And then, so there's kind of ironing out where will an Intelliad campaign next, or is he done? That's the big question. I think at this point, we'll set this scene with you in Avalon. So you returned after your duties, and you're here now.
All right.
This is sometime like probably over Yule, like over Christmas.
Guards!
Okay.
Hey, Yampa, much appreciated, friend.
Squires! Prepare for battle!
You're summoned to the king's chamber. Not in that way, Rebecca. I'm gonna preempt that.
Sorry?
I said he was summoned to the king's chambers, and I said not that way, Rebecca. And mediocre
Goodness.
game.
I was looking at the Twitch chat, which.
That's okay.
But thank you for drawing my attention to it.
Yeah.
So I think Lucius will have his toga on, very, very formal Roman appearance. Very out of place. Like, why are you wearing a toga? It's way past that. Nope, Lucius has his toga on.
Yeah, still, I know. He'd look at you, noting that. How was your travel to Summerland? Has everything been looked after?
Yes, my king. Everything has been looked after, and my more important task was accomplished while there. Unfortunately, I could not get a very good assessment of their defenses. Everything is included in my report, but the key things were taken care of.
So he's been delivered to Elian then?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm afraid I will have need for you once more.
Oh, my king. Yes. Wherever you send me, preferably not to Ireland. But
Not anytime soon, my friend. I need you to return to Summerland. I've heard news that Cornwall musters this year. I think their target is Summerland. If all intelligence is correct.
I see. Am I to assist them, perhaps in military planning, or am I to retrieve the boy?
I don't know if there's a safe place for him anywhere. Though him staying in Summerland seems a bit of a risk. I've studied attempts to invade Summerland, and all accounts have proven failures.
Because
I
of the
don't
magic.
know if that king truly possesses powers like Merlin, or if they're simply superstitions and luck. Whatever it is, it seems that they are very good at defending sieges.
Yes. Historically, yes.
With that said, the future of Logris rests in that boy.
Can I insight that and kind of look into that? The future of Logris,
Yeah.
Finnegan's cool and all, but
Yeah, you're like, what? Yeah.
it's not that cool. Okay, let's see. Or rather, intrigue, I guess. Be the proper role.
Yeah, intrigue is probably your best bet. Well, okay, so let me ask you this before you do that. What are you interested in here?
What I'm trying to put together is the king just said the future of Logris rests in young Finnegan. For all intents and purposes, very strange occurrence of us gathering Finnegan, but he's just some kid with a fancy ring. So I'm trying to put it together like, okay, Finnegan how important is filling in truly for the king to have said that, based on what I know.
Yeah, I will accept intrigue. I'll accept folklore.
Let's see, my intrigue, 11. Come on, folklore. Okay, come on. Let's see. Yes, success. Let's go. I talked to many commoners.
Right. We'll go with the folklore model for this one.
Okay.
You know that King Uther, a few years before he died at St. Albans, had a son with his new wife, Igraine. And that son was stolen away by Merlin. I think because you chose folklore, I think what you're wondering here is this that? Suggestion that there's a future in this boy would mean that he has some kind of claim to it.
Right. With the importance of the child and the boy, what would you like me to do while in Summerland? Would you like me to defend the child, have him escape? What is the direction? What is your intent?
Nicole, your mic's picking up mouse wheel.
It's on the other side of my desk. I don't know what to do about it.
Can you just mute when you're off?
Yeah, hang on.
Can you repeat the last portion of that, Cyberbro? What you remember of it? Refrain, summarize.
Right.
Yeah.
So from that, essentially asked, what would you like me to do? Would you like me to abscond with the boy and bring him back? Stay in Summerland to defend him? What is my king? If we may speak plainly, and forgive my impudence, but what is your intention? How would you use your sword?
The boy is under threat here while we still campaign. There will be those who wish to use him and those that might oppose his claim, even if he doesn't understand his claim yet. We put him in Summerland because until now, no one truly cares about what happens in Summerland's borders.
Because of the magic.
What was that? I missed that.
I said because of the magic. Yes, I think at this point, he said it about King Catawee. He may have powers. I've seen it. Yes.
There are many superstitious, yes, many that fear the magic. There are, admittedly, many who speak of Uther's invasion as if it was the worst thing they had ever encountered. I don't know if there was some sort of sorcery used against them or if it was all just paranoia in their head.
It could have been bad bread, some certain type of bread. Soon you eat them, they cause hallucinations. So it could have been bad bread, maybe. But
perhaps that's so. Regardless, I think until Cornwall has lost interest or Summerland is truly under threat, I would like to keep the boy there.
yes.
My understanding is that Elian has offered their fealty to another. Should they be unwilling to break it to look after the boy, you will need to take him from them.
So then, my king, is that to mean if there's a conflict of interest between who Elian has sworn fealty to and their duties with the boy, Is that our fear there?
If I understand where he's being kept, it's beyond the Mendep Hills, further up Summerland's path. Cornwall will, and he kind of readies a crude, we'll say this like out in the courtyard. So he reaches over into the sand itself and begins to draw some simple borders. He says, Wells will be their first target. They'll not assault Glastonbury because it's a monastery, and that would lose them all support of every Christian in London or in Britain. If Wells is taken, they will proceed further north. At that point, I need you and Elian to assess the threat that the boy is under. If it is too great, then he must be extracted from Summerland.
Understood.
He says, returned here, I suppose. I don't trust him anywhere.
Understood. I understand your intent and what you have planned for the boy. So then I can accomplish this. My king, it's not my place. It's far from my place to ask plainly who this child is to have such importance in Logris. But I feel that it is important to ask. This seems to be getting beyond normally the normal running down brigands in the woods or rebellions and things. This seems a bit larger than what our usual duties are, if I may speak so frank. So, what is truly the importance of the child?
He is the heir of Uther Pendragon.
I think Lucius's face would like to have it said and confirmed what he was suspicious about. His face would be wide, and then he would get a steely resolve, understanding the gravity of Finnegan.
When I am made High King, he will sit upon the throne of Logris.
I understand. No harm will come to the boy. So long as the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, harm will come to him.
And trust you in this. I've told very few, not even the one who raised him. I will tell the others that you're away once again. I am sorry for any suspicions this might make with your brothers of the sword.
No worries, my king. They probably think I have some lady in Summerland. There are babies everywhere. They're lousy with them.
Well, let us hope they're better with squires than they are their babies.
Yeah, I would assume so. And at that, Lucius, sensing it's about his time that he gets out of the king's way, so the kingly things, will just excuse himself and prepare to leave.
All right. With that, we will move forward to. Well, let's.
Can I I'm sorry to interrupt that. I really apologize. Can I make that kind of like an oath? Yeah, I said something like I didn't expect it. Like I said to the king, as long as the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, no harm will come to the boy. Can I make that like an oath or something, or maybe that's like I don't know. Like as
I think you're very much swearing on your honor.
Yes. Okay.
What is your honor?
My honor is currently, my honor. Did I feel that? I'm sorry. I gotta roll back and check something real quick. Fine. Oh yeah, my honor is a 16.
Okay. Roll a d6.
Okay. 1d6.
Re-roll it. That's too little.
Re-rolling at the 1d6.
Roll one more time. Okay.
Oh, wow.
That vow to so add a directed trait.
Okay.
Vow to Ninteliad.
Vow to.
You can
All
put
right.
a 5 there.
5. Gotcha.
So when you're rolling, let's say something like Valorous, you could add the 5 to that, right? If you're rolling trusting or suspicious or something that you think applies there, if your vow will apply, especially since this is a short term, it will have a shelf life of some sort.
Yes.
But that's how that will work. As we roll into the rest of the game here in Summerland, why don't we get some... Well, I'm just going to pull open the Ironsworn tables here. And then I need a D100. Let's start with Nicole and Emily.
60.
And 20. Okay.
I forgot to roll earlier to see if I find any potential heirs of my late brothers.
You should probably do that because that could come up this year.
What did I roll for that?
D6, if I remember correctly.
And what was Mufangwe? That was a D6.
Yeah. Make the rolls now, record them. We'll probably have to check after this session what the actual outcomes were because I don't remember what the critical numbers were for the outcomes. I feel like 6 might be it.
6 was it.
Yeah.
I remember 6 was it. It was the
And sorry, I was also a D6.
Yep.
Yeah, I just don't remember what your outcomes are, Rebecca, for that. It was like something like good, something bad.
1 bad, 6 good,
Everything
2
else,
to
keep
2 to
going.
5 is
I feel like we have a Ooh.
It's a big year.
Both of you.
We will we'll probably get to that a lot of that stuff when we don't have a guest.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
These are non-guesty activities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Scared about that.
All right. There is a call immediately early in the year, right around Easter. For maybe we'll do an intrigue roll for Nicole and Emily because your characters aren't lords or ladies, and then for Rebecca, sorry, you are, but you're not landowners. What I mean?
Excuse me.
Wow.
I'm a lady now, Bob.
You're not Manor lords. Is that what I meant to say?
Okay.
By your own choice.
Not man
No,
or
by-
lord.
It's the first one. I was 2 of them last week.
And well, for Rebecca, we should still get you to roll because you never know if you're gonna fumble. But if you don't fumble, you're still gonna find out. Fumble around, find out.
I was gonna say fump around and find out too. Yes.
That should be this.
We need t-shirts to say that.
I think we need a T-shirt that says "Eat shit and fall off your horse."
Well, that one. I also like Summerland is just trying its best. Someone's doing the best it can. Oh, you succeeded.
Oh, what the hell?
All right.
Or lousy with babies.
That's a new
Yes.
the new rumor going around in Avalon. Do you hear how bad they are with babies? And in Summerland?
I think he means like
As
that
in
we have a
everywhere.
lot of babies. I think he means we have a lot of babies. Like lousy with babies is and there are a lot of babies everywhere.
Yes.
Um,
Plantless behavior. Love that.
But then it was like the
So-
telephone game, and so they were just like, "Oh, they're lousy with babies, like
They're
lice.
just bad.
They're just bad with babies. It's not just there's a bunch of them. They're bad with us."
Regarding the outcome of those intrigues, Elian and Olwen, you both hear of these through different means, but the long short of it is there is a muster being held in Wells. Specifically, Wells is preparing its fortifications for a siege, and it seems that Cornwall has mustered in Ilchester. Why do I not have a Cornwall icon here? Come on.
Because we're gonna kill them.
Because they suck.
They suck.
I looked up Cornwall. I got his Gorlos. That's not the right Cornwall.
If only it was still.
That'd be pretty
Gorlo.
cool.
It'd be a lot better for you. I'm not gonna lie.
It really would. If Gorlo was still a thing, we would be sitting pretty.
Only Sir Robert was better with his aim.
Or if you've been to Nathan Italian, like,
No. We're doing
I-
good solutions.
Italian's awesome. Like,
I think that's far from the worst option, but like also we're pagans.
Yeah.
Wooddeer's a pagan. He's cool. Like, in Italian,
He's fine. He thinks he's our champion.
He does.
he said it a lot. Like, yeah, the champion.
Yeah, I'm sure
Look.
he did.
Look, I would have a rematch with him any day.
Elian, I'll get a
Poor
battle
boy.
test from you.
Ooh. Yeah, Beatrice has no idea this is going on.
Yeah, I'm passionate. I don't think so.
I don't think
Oh.
so. Yeah.
It didn't matter.
I succeeded. It's fine.
Nice.
You hear that almost the entirety of Cornwall's host has been sent to Ilchester.
That's so bad.
Yeah, it doesn't sound particularly wonderful.
No.
They would be, if you were to not count any Brittany support, which they have literal royal ties to Brittany, they have 4 full counties under their go, plus the Kingdom of Lioness.
And we have one.
Yeah.
Because Summerland's just a county, its own county kingdom.
Yeah.
Cool.
It doesn't sound particularly good, and that is kind of the buzz. Right now, people are trying to figure out what to do, and right now in Barrowcrest, like commoners and nobles alike are starting to panic in various ways, especially because Barrowcrest doesn't have fortifications.
Very minimal.
We have minimal. I put my money towards it the last
Oh, did
time,
you?
but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
when we
did.
had the siege from my lovely mother, we had to build fortifications rather quickly, and I threw most of Beatrice's savings at it.
Mhm.
Yeah, we've kind of consistently.
So I don't know if they're
Yeah,
great
stuff.
fortifications because they were built pretty quickly.
We will
But-
book of the manor that very shortly.
Yeah.
We're actually
Yeah.
moving over to book of estate, so we'll hand wave that a little bit. As long as we know
Yeah.
that's there.
Yeah,
Um,
we had started. We're just.
There is suggestion from much of your court that no one's really interested in celebrating the spring equinox. Everyone's kind of like, the monks are preparing like their own fortification here at the church. A lot of your commoners are in disarray. That is kind of the situation. Then almost all the nobles are either your player characters or like the 5 NPCs that are around. So, but you're even hearing word from your your vassals about being uncertain about what to do at this point. And Cadwy, the worst part is Cadwy has offered no. There's been nothing from Bristol yet. There's nothing from Greybridge yet.
Oh, well, we should do something to mark the occasion. Maybe.
You want to?
At least
You can push for it. You are the lady of the house. If you want to push for it, push for it.
We don't need to have an extravagant feast, but perhaps at least some sort of sacrifice to the spirits to ask for help. Action.
I guess I will. I know that you're looking at a conversation here. I don't know if we've got everybody here for that conversation.
Gotcha.
What
no
do you
worries.
want to do as the lady? Do you want to try and push for a distraction? Something.
Just something to
spirits?
boost morale and maybe just
To
it doesn't
what
have to be a
level?
grandiose.
To a feast level, or to like simply a
No,
ceremony?
just a simple ceremony that takes like an hour, 2 hours, just something to be like, we still have our traditions and we can't let this stuff really, like, they're trying to stop Summerland from being Summerland, and we need to embrace what we are as we protect it. Because what are we protecting if not our way of life?
That's fair. I don't think you'll get much in the way of argument, but I think it's up to our friend Emily, the master of ceremonies, here to do the ceremony.
The master of ceremonies.
What are we?
I mean-
what are we sacrificing here, folks?
Something
gods.
good. That's
Yeah,
probably
Beatrice
it.
doesn't know any of this stuff about Cornwall. She's been busy trying to have another baby and failing.
Oh,
Wow.
Jesus
Some shade.
Christ.
Jesus. Elliot is just
thing.
saying she's
God.
too busy stooping.
I'm just gonna go.
She's too busy trying to have a baby.
Yeah.
Then
Time.
yeah, Lucius comes in and says, "See, I told you. I told
Right.
you."
I told you, it's lousy with babies out there.
all
If,
they
there
do
had been-
is-
if there had been another baby when Lucius came in, Lucius would have been like, ah, like why?
Like,
Oh,
they can't carry swords. Like, what are you gonna do
But
with
we
these?
can carry children to term.
uh,
I was saying the kids
Okay.
can't carry swords.
okay. So sacrifice wise, everybody, we're probably talking like Beatrice doesn't sacrifice people. Just as a practice.
That yeah. Okay.
The
It's time to start
Sacrifice
largest
Nimue of
things
vestiges.
Sacrifice Nineveh.
the largest things I have to offer would be a cow or a horse. Those are typically our. If we're talking about value, value-wise, a horse is better. Yeah, Beatrice should probably talk to Ola. We have a lot of horses.
We do have one 7-year-old
Beatrice-
horse.
I do.
Do you want to make? Why don't you start with a? Well, both of you, all three of you. How about? Because Nicole, you're also pagan character Zillion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all three of you can.
She's
take
not
one.
religious. though.
Religion.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
She's
You still know.
not
You still
religious.
know the rights, even if you don't believe in them. You know.
Success.
And we've all met the people with like the religious knowledge without the religious.
Right?
Yeah. Right.
And that was a success on my part as well.
Everybody succeed.
Okay.
Oh.
A lot of what's important in the power of a sacrifice is the life force within what you're doing. There are a number of aspects to that. You know, we can get into the weird janky stuff like the Virgin, etc. But there's also the youth of the remaining life in something. If something is full of health, if something is like
I'm a
high in
needing to a
vitality.
baby horse, aren't I?
Nor do you have to. Nor do you have to. We definitely don't have to deep dive into the details here. I'm simply pointing out how it works. An old horse on its way out probably doesn't have a lot of life force.
Yeah. So Beatrice would put forward either young horse or young cow.
You know, you could still gamble with the other one, like something else. Like, it's still a sacrifice. It's just if you want to go crazy above and beyond. I can't wait till our Roman rolls in and sees this.
This is what ends up leading to like the whole Italian mafia horse head in the bed.
Yeah, it's Beatrice. That's where the origin story is.
Yes.
So
Caesar wrote about Britannia. This is what he
no, Beatrice, I think at this point is trying to appease. So I think at this point she's trying to go above and beyond. So she would put it towards Olwen, what Olwen is willing.
I'm willing to.
How many new horses do we have this year?
We got a couple. We
Four?
got
2 chargers, 2
yeah.
Ramses.
Mm-hmm. We can sacrifice one of the new Ramses.
This upsets me as a person.
I know.
Don't do that's so. Let's remind ourselves of the role playing game. You can make a suboptimal choice here for the purpose of not drawing like.
Do we have a baby cow? Can we say baby cow?
Sad.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll do baby cow. Because I'm sad. Mom's like, don't make yourself sad. I'm like, I am sad.
Yeah.
Then it's still a sacrifice.
I'm literally okay with any horse except for the baby. No.
All right. How about a 1-year-old horse?
That works.
Okay.
Cool. Whatever one we have the most of. And yeah.
I think we have an equal number of Ramses and Chargers.
Their
Whatever we need less.
chargers are best for battle, right?
Mhm.
Chargers are 100%.
All
Okay.
right, so Ramsey.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm gonna sacrifice a Ramsey.
Okay, you've already succeeded at religion pagan.
Yep.
So I will give you a +5 to another religion pagan roll.
Okay.
Bowie's over here like, Summerland isn't that bad, actually.
Success.
Walk in and just
Okay, with this hatred of horses.
I
Fuck
think
horses,
it
actually.
is Beatrice to not only make the call but to do it. I think we'll tick rule for a thick skin.
Ow!
You gotta have a thick skin to do that sort of thing.
Ah, yeah, she does. Oh, I almost rolled cruel. Oops. Sorry. Wrong button. All right.
It's possible we'll come out in the wash anyway, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Horse blood
That or you
stains.
we're setting you up for
Stop it.
Summerland.
I'm sorry.
Just as that said animal is being sacrificed, in enters our lovely cyber bro, Lucius Julius Julianus. You ride in awareness roll.
Right, where is
Just like,
Possible,
he crits.
possibly you ride right past it and don't even know what's happening.
Crit.
like a-
I want this to be a crit. I do.
A Dragon Age
for the
kill.
plot.
Like, we're
Either
just
way
like,
would be awesome.
Oh, you definitely witnessed the pagan ritual of animal sacrifice right out in the center of the town as you ride.
there's like a maypole in the background.
Yeah, done by a
It's like the whole
30-year-old
thing.
woman with a baby strapped to her back.
Yeah, just like Caesar said. Just like Caesar said. Mhm.
We'll give. I'm gonna assume that both Beatrice and Olwen are busy with that. I imagine Olwen actually participates in the ritual.
Mhm. I think
Given-
it's like more of a somber thing too. It's not like,
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Dancing around covered in horse blood.
Yeah. I don't need to feel any more guilty than I do about this. No. Sorry.
Elian, we'll assume you're not. So we'll get you to make a heraldry roll. Sorry,
Yeah.
an awareness roll.
Success.
You can't see who's coming in, but it looks like a rider and a squire. I'm assuming Lucius has a squire with him. Is that accurate?
Damn.
I'm trying to think for this mission. I don't know.
It might not. It's up.
But yeah, this is a Lucius deal. I would have left my squire there with the bag of salt, and I wouldn't have even said bye. Like, this is so important to Lucius. Like, okay, let me hurry up and go. And my squire would have come into my chambers and saw the bag of salt and just understood, like, oh, he's doing something important.
Understood. Well, then you see a lone rider, but the sun's kind of reflecting on their, over them in a way that makes it hard to see really anything about them at all. So you don't see their details. But sure enough, is Elian gonna play the role of greeting said rider?
Yeah, that's her role. I take it that's a hail, essentially.
Yeah. I'll let you two play that out.
Just trotting through clip clop, clip clop. Ah, hail and well met. It's Alien.
Lucius. Surprised to see you so soon. How were your travels?
Oh, I was accosted on my travels from here. I was accosted by bandits and essentially maybe other knights. I don't know. This security is very lacking in other lands, but I made my escape. Here I am. Went back to Avalon. Really amazing time. Now I'm back. How are things here? You appear to be having some sort of festival.
It is midsummer solstice, so ridiculous things. War appears to be approaching.
We're gonna go backwards on that. It was actually what's it called? Spring equinox.
Spring equinox, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. Just wanted for perpetuity.
Yeah, no, I think you probably said that. I just didn't remember. It's the equinox, and seeing as war is approaching, a good sacrifice was deemed important.
Yeah, well, far be it from me to judge. Whatever you've got to do. How is young Anakin?
So, I appreciate your reliability, I suppose, when it comes to this. However, it's been brought to our attention that he was previously known as Finnegan, and before that he was Wart. But a lot of people to call him other things, and it's been a bit odd. He's been doing rather well.
That's great. I'm glad he's been doing well.
I mean, he's been doing well in his training. Things have been odd around him.
Oh, good. Okay.
He's been called the Winter Prince. Did anyone ever call him that back in Avalon?
No, not the Winter Prince, but he looks over to the woman stabbing the horse with the baby on her back. There are differences in geography and culture, I suppose.
I suppose. Apparently the witches are familiar with him.
Yes, like
Kind of figured.
well, the witches are familiar with him. I told him this place is full of magic and babies. Sacrificing.
They do seem to know a lot of people, though.
Yes.
Either way, how has Finnegan been doing with his training? Because I did see some rolls last time to his training.
How's he been doing? Sorry, I thought you were
Yeah.
talking.
How is he? No, how is he? How's he been doing as far as trading? Like,
He's
been very
a bit critical of
everything.
Oddball, but
I would imagine.
Yeah,
So.
I can see how that would be.
He seems to be like a natural skirmisher. He's good with a sword. He's big for his age. Like, not huge, but he's like just a little more thick in the shoulders, and has a good balance. Can ride well, fairly well, anyways. Just to be natural at it.
He's likely born with a natural talent. It's only a matter of not letting him allow himself to be lazy with it and rely on his natural talent. He'll certainly prove a very capable knight when he's coming of age.
That's good. Yes, we used Sir Gwydir for that back in Avalon. We just let him rough him up a bit anytime he got a bit above station. You know, he starts talking back a little bit. You know, then he goes to spars with Gwydir. Then he's.
I have to say, I think if I allow that to happen, my lady would be quite furious.
Yes.
She's not very. She's very gentle, and I dare say not entirely familiar with how knights are brought up.
I understand, and he's squiring under you, and it's not my place to cast any judgments, and I don't cast any judgments on the quality of training that you're giving him. You were chosen for a reason. I do think it's important that I speak to you in a more private setting with anyone that you take into your confidence. I'm obviously here for a reason.
It would be the Lady Olwen and most likely Lady Beatrice then. And if Beatrice's husband comes, he'll know either way because we don't expect Beatrice to not tell him things.
Yes. I think it's... Obviously, I've come riding in here on my own and by myself, which is kind of strange. And I want to make sure that we're on the same page about me being here.
Time, you're strange. I assumed we were going to take you there.
All right. Am I assuming then the next scene
I believe the sacrifice is probably winding up, so we're going to be heading up to the manor.
Yeah, we'll kind of move forward with that. What I am going to do, though, just because it's that 9 o'clock spot, we're going to do a quick BRB just for like 3 minutes. So if anyone needs to run and grab a drink or whatever, go for it. We'll be back after a very brief break, and we'll pick up with that scene. See you all soon.
The sorcerer of the ages, the guardian of ancient secrets, and the voice of the old ways.
Do you think that the stones of Rome, with all their grandeur and might, could blind my sight? Do you believe that because I stand beneath foreign skies, far from the mist-covered hills of our sacred isle, that I am not attuned to the whispers of the wind, the songs of the earth, and the cries of the spirits?
Foolish. My eyes see beyond the limits of mortal men, beyond the walls of Rome, beyond the seas that separate us. Time and distance are mere trifles to me.
Let me show you just how far I can see, and you will understand the true extent of my power. Look around you and see the world as it truly is. But before we can talk of what is, we must first talk about what was. All things that are to occur have origins that birth them. Britain's fate has turned sharply over the past century. Constantine brought peace and knighthood to the land, but he was slain by the treachery of Vortigern. This led to Vortigern's rise and the Saxon threat, as the Saxons saw an opportunity to invade and conquer the land. Vortigern's tyranny sparked a rebellion, and Aurelius Ambrosius restored order, introducing feudalism and knightly warfare. Uther's lust for all that was not his fractured the realm, leaving Britain in chaos and vulnerable to Saxon conquest. The Saxons have seen an opportunity to invade and conquer the land, and they have taken advantage of the situation. It is not just the Saxons who have their eyes on the fractured kingdom of Logres. There are many great warlords who would take advantage of this time of anarchy. Cerdic, the last living son of Vortigern Tyrannus, not of his first wife, but the Saxon Rowena. He is more Saxon invader than person of Britain, and for that the people of this land will reject him. He poses a great threat for Britain, should the Saxon warlords unite behind him. King Idres is as much an invader of Britain as the Saxons. He represents the worst in men, an opportunist who will claim at any cost. He is amongst those who would profess that might is right. And for that, I would wish him a swift end, but for the growing concern that his son Prince Mark would be far worse. Nanteliod, the descendant of Vortigern the tyrant, and Vortimer the people's king, of all the invaders of Logres, he is the most worthy. But most is not to say that he is right as a high king. The land will decide. It always does, for the land and the king are one. None should forget of Lot, a great North king from a line of great North kings. He is without fear, but for that of his deceitful wife Margals, with enough time, he will unite the North against Logres and settle a score that his people have been waiting generations to settle. But are those that still stand in place of a Logres king enough to hold the invaders at bay? It is uncertain. The Saxon invaders are powerful and numerous, and the Angles are also a threat. The land is vulnerable, and it needs a strong leader to defend it. If the land falls, the invaders will not stop until they have conquered all of Britain. Ulfius, the perfect duke, a dear friend to Uther. Despite his disdain for my presence, I can say that it was no fault of Ulfius's counsel that Uther let his nature consume him. I suspect he would run me through if he had the chance. Even so, he remains the barrier that Logres needs from the Saxons and Angles, who press their advance further west. Duke Cornish is one of the rudest and most stubborn of men I have ever met, and it is in these qualities that he defends Logres from the north so successfully. It was a blessing that he did not meet his end when Octa and Eosa sacked Lindsay. I will share a secret with you now. It is what I have seen. It is not in these warlords that the fate of Britain will be decided, but in the caliber of the next High King and the qualities of the knights who stand beside him. The knights of Britain must be strong and loyal, and the High King must be wise and just. If they should falter, so too will the land.
Okay, we are back. We're gonna pick up this scene in Barrowcrest. Before we do, there's two key things we forgot. I know it doesn't more winter phase. We need to know what the Manor bad luck was. So, Elian, we'll let you do the honors, my friend, since you rolled the calamity. Or you can choose to make someone else roll. You can choose.
I'll take responsibility for that shit. Okay, it's a 100.
There's no responsibility when you're asked to roll a random dice, just to know.
I know.
Okay.
It's gonna be my luck.
Okay.
How it goes. Sorry, is it a 100?
Yeah, just a D100, please.
32.
30. Okay. The peasants are unhappy because the plows are old.
All right. It appears we need to look for a good plow.
Yeah. So until they're repaired by a blacksmith, so you need to find a blacksmith, a good one.
Yeah.
Of course you did that. Now,
I need one anyway.
let's really quickly, all four of you, and I'm sorry for this delay, but let's real quickly do a family roll for each of you. I need a d20 from each of you.
Oh, I can't see the thing. That's scary.
Oh, you want to see it?
I do.
Is that worse or better?
20?
I like to know what I'm looking at so I can mentally prepare myself.
Come on, buddies.
So we got Alien
Okay.
family event.
Me family event.
Cyber family event.
All right, we'll start with that. We'll go with first come first serve. Let's do Cyber Bro first. 15 family event. Roll a d20. Let's see which family member is involved. 10. This is a sister or a wife. Do you have either?
I don't have a sister or a wife.
Okay, roll again.
Rolling again. 3.
Mother.
My mother. My mom.
Yeah. Now that is odd. So you're gonna roll on table. Oh wait, no. We go back to your original roll, which was a 15. Yeah, odd. So.
Table B. Okay. D100.
Yep.
88.
Oh no, the bandits thing. Oh man.
What is the bandits thing?
His mother was attacked and killed by bandits.
No! That's so upsetting.
I've never
That
seen
sucks.
that. I've never seen that. Jeez.
That's so
Man. Nantalia couldn't
No.
protect you, darling.
Oh, and we can't?
Sucks.
I think what we'll
Sucks.
say is like this is unknown right now. You know, you're only back in Avalon for so long and you aren't aware of it yet. So for
Okay.
the sake of you not being incredibly distracted with the mission and wanting to be back home.
My
God.
God.
Oh, wow.
I'm scared now.
Beatrice, 13.
It's a family event. Which means
Sister.
I gotta roll.
Or
me.
husband, I guess, in this case.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Husband, 13. Oh.
No, that was for the first roll for family event. That wasn't the roll for the family member.
Gotcha. All right, family member time.
I was gonna say, don't do that. Stop it.
D20.
That's the one I don't want to roll. Thank you.
Your mother.
3.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Which is
all right,
worse?
and then D100, and it's on table B.
Yeah.
I'm moving my thing so I can see it. 3 again. 3s. Oh,
Your mother is dying. Roll TD100.
Oh my god.
that's wild.
That's wild.
No, that's actually really wild. 72 and 11.
Notice they said wild and not tragic, just in case you don't get back.
Well, no, it is and
We
it
have
isn't.
mommy.
It's very mixed.
I guess
It's a
Dad
really-
stared off into the distance away from the camera for a couple seconds, and they're just
Everybody's
like, "Oh,
moms. Our moms are not safe, y'all.
Oh no.
Okay.
I got a 72 and an 11.
Yep. Right now,
Hide your moms. Hide your moms.
I will explain that later. That isn't something you're aware of either yet.
Okay. Thank you. I think it's Alien,
No,
or it's Alien next. After.
Alien with a 20.
Yeah.
Roll another 20. Yeah.
18.
A cousin. This could affect your table. Roll
Oh.
on the table A. So ahead.
What's happening to Bert?
D100. 22. A birth? Even is a son. So one of your cousins, we have Trenton here. One of the cousins of Elian has
Yeah.
had a son. All right. Just a note: Elian is related distantly to Cormac and Gwydier.
Cormac and Gwydier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is everybody. Did I miss Rebecca?
I got 17. It just took a while for it to roll.
Family event. AD20.
A 2.
Okay, a 2. Bless you. Father. We already know the fate of your father. Oh no, we don't. Roll roll a D100. Yeah.
Dad!
Yeah. We've recently recovered your dad. Let's see if it follows the fate of everyone else. Or wait, no, this Owen's. Owen's
Yeah.
we know the fate of your dad.
He fucking died in the very beginning, although he was allegedly buried in Gaul, but we never followed up on that.
Let's roll a D100, and if it doesn't make sense, we'll re-roll the family member.
Okay.
You rolled even, yes? So your table A?
Correct. $29.
Birth.
I mean,
No.
I don't know what my mommy did with
Yeah.
stuff.
Owen has another sibling who's the same age as her baby.
Lousy with babies.
Well, I need another D20 roll.
Yeah, I'll roll a d20.
Everywhere. Climbing up the walls. No,
Probably, honestly. Like, Taliesin's a menace.
Yeah,
16.
They're around a year old now, so yeah, they'll be climbing walls.
D6. Oh, wait, hold on. Uncle, D6 even, D and D6 odd. So D6. Does Melior have another child? Nope.
She dies.
This is the uncle. Probably someone new.
I mean, is
Technically,
is
Melior's
her new
husband
yeah is her new
is an
husband
uncle.
my uncle?
That's true. They probably just had a kid. Let's be honest.
Ah, again?
Yeah. I
How
know,
old
right?
is she?
I'm gonna kick down Redacted's
She's
door and be
44,
like,
so it'd be
again.
pretty unlikely, but it keeps happening, so who knows?
I need to roll again. D6 or something.
No, yes, for gender. For sex.
It's twins. I'm gonna be so mad, and I'm gonna roll to have another kid.
Oh no, you have to go fall. So yeah, you can get that later.
4 is just. Sorry, my volume was way down. I hope.
No,
people
you
could
were
hear.
fine.
Okay.
You're
I
fine.
could hear you over other things,
Okay.
so that's good.
Okay, so I'm more worried about the chat being able to hear because it's always quieter for whatever reason in the actual videos. It seems like. All right. Well, that solves that. Sorry for that random aside, but that's a must when it comes to Winterface.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna set this just in somewhere in Barrowcrest. We used to have like a really good temporary like manor view. There we go. This is what we used before. Just ignore the battle parts of this and all the tragic memories that this screen probably brings upon people. But
that's predicting the future.
we'll
Crazy.
hide Grifflet down here, and then we'll go from
Baby boy.
to ignore all this. Okay, so the 4 of you have gathered. Do you want Cadrigan there? Is Beatrice going with Cadrigan? I guess is the question.
Yep.
Okay, Cadrigan. Rebecca, are you trying to bring along like Minotos or anyone else. Dane, because I think the suggestion. No, you know what? I think it's one of those things where aliens probably bring Lucius to you. So you turn to see a familiar face again.
Could Wart be like teaching Taliesin a little bit of like sword fighting? He's kind of like wobbling with like a little stick.
Yeah, I think that's
He's two.
fair.
He can walk.
Yeah. He's doing that thing with the stick.
Yeah.
The pointy end, yes.
Yeah, and you think he's really like concentrating on it until you smell what you smell, and you're like, nope, that's.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Tally. Oh, honey.
Yeah. Very, very serious face, but then you realize why.
He's so talented. Oh. Well, you're still talented to me.
How do you want to interrupt this scenario here, Elian?
Maybe what's that? Oh dear.
She doesn't. She's just gonna kind of wait patiently and politely.
You see Elian and Lucius kind of just standing there, kind of at posture, just waiting at attention. Yeah. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Oh. Hello again.
Hello. Yes. A knight in training. No, we actually
Quite
did that.
so. Think he's gonna make a wonderful page at some point.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, Finn kind of looks over and sees Lucius and kind of gets startled a bit. He's like, "Oh, you're back."
I am, Anakin. How are you?
Finnegan's fine. Everyone knows.
It's fine. Is it fine? Yes, it's fine.
He seems to prefer it.
I love it.
I went through a lot of trouble to come up with that name. I thought about it for a while, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just.
Was there something wrong with Finnegan? I think it suits him quite well.
Finnegan suits him well. If he prefers Finnegan, that's what he prefers. Are we in a private setting, or is it just a bunch of people around? Just want to know before we kind of get into the convo.
Where is Olwen playing?
Actually, it's like probably an outside little
like the courtyard
training ring. Yeah.
Well, I have returned, milady, and it is important that you know why I'm here. I understand that war is coming. Let's speak frankly. War is coming.
Right, so.
I assume the sacrifice had something to do with it. You know, I read Kaisar's histories, and that is very true to form. Except for in the books, it was drawings of people. You guys don't sacrifice people, right?
No.
Propaganda for the time, probably. Yes. To say what I can say, young Finnegan is very important to our king and to me personally.
Really? Then why did you just leave him with one of our knights, seemingly?
Ah, yes. Because she's important to Natalia. They were friends, and we're at war. And sometimes your kingdom's not the most trustworthy place. When I say your kingdom, I mean mine, and not your kingdom, as in Summerland, your county, rather.
Of course.
So,
well,
yes, I'm sorry.
I suppose it is good to keep one's squires safe in the middle of wartime, but I was under the impression that knights tend to rely on them.
We do. We tend to rely on them. Sometimes the life of the squire is more important. The king values this one's in particular, as do I. And that's why I'm here, kind of to assess the situation, as Cornwall is, they're on the march.
Cornwall. Right.
Yes. I'm going to speak frankly. I'm not a very intrigued person. I don't do that very well. So I'm going to speak very, very frankly. I'm here to assess that if it's safe here for him to stay in Summerland. And if I've determined that it's not, I'm going to be taking him back with me to Avalon.
Well, we're certainly doing our best to reinforce.
Yes.
We would love to be able to keep him safe.
Yes. I'm infinitely sorry if I've come across as rude.
No, of course not. We've come to... he's come to be very important to us.
Yes. Quite.
And I don't like when children are shifted around without any say of it.
In better times, it wouldn't be necessary to shift them around in better times. Better times, he would stay here, come of age, and come home and be knighted. But we do not live in those times, unfortunately.
One sec. I forgot the music has lyrics, so it makes it interesting. Let's do this. All right, continue.
Thank you, Zach. I suppose that makes sense. I feel that I also want what's best for him.
Yes.
Well,
he just makes that face like.
I think Olin is like really thinking. I admit I am conflicted by this situation. The idea of just allowing somebody to check our fortifications when war is looming ever closer on the horizon. It seems a bit... I don't know, you seem forthright enough, but it's...
I can understand how everything seems, and I know this it's not the best time for me to arrive with everything that is going on. But one thing I do want to assure you is that despite the fact that your county has not bent the knee to King Natalius, who is amazing, by the way, I don't view anyone...
You wouldn't know.
Oh, because he's
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
No. They just expect us to bend the knee to somebody we don't know anything about.
He's got to get out more, when we're not on campaign. Ride around, talk to people. I talk to people a lot. Personally,
I think so. That's why Cadwy is so lovely. We get to see him all the time, and he is very down to earth and, something less anachronistic.
Yes. I understand how it looks. I am forthright. I have been described as earnest and full of potential. But I am not a person... I don't live in falsehoods. That's not what I do. So I can assure you that I have nothing to do with Cornwall being here. I have nothing to do with that. That's just a sign of the times, I suppose. Everyone's at war, and this is the world we live in. And
I see.
My purpose here is for the safety of young Finnegan.
And your purpose last time was that as well?
My purpose last time was for the safety of young Finnegan. And I will admit, I did assess your defenses, but I'm not the person to send to do that since I haven't had formal training, so...
And they sent you to do it again?
No, they have not.
Then what are you meant to be doing?
what I'm meant to be doing is, if Cornwall marches and this place is no longer safe for Finnegan, I'm meant to take him out before he's put in any danger.
Do we let the boy have any say in that?
Unfortunately, now is not a circumstance where he would get a say in that. And he would look to Finnegan and say, I am infinitely sorry. Because I assume this is more the same of what you've dealt with thus far. And I am sorry about that, Finnegan.
1 sec. He kind of blows past everyone. He says, "Excuse me," and he like almost moving at a running pace starts to walk out past everyone.
There's fresh almond cakes in the kitchen.
I'm doing this, right?
Yeah, you're here. Yep.
I follow Finnegan.
He may be a prodigy on a horse, but he's not better than me. I'll run him down.
It's understandable. We're talking about him as if he doesn't exist and has no agency of his own. That's bound to be frustrating to somebody.
Yes. I completely understand. It is frustrating. I'm not insensitive to his feelings in this, nor am I insensitive to the feelings of the court here. And
Nor do I mean to be as obstinate as I might be coming across. It's just...
if I may say, my lady, if you weren't this obstinate, then I would be fearful for his safety. You being this obstinate lets me know that you care. And that means a lot to me, and I'm sure it means a lot to Intelliad.
Glad that we mean a lot to Intelliad. If you determine that our defenses are not up to snuff, as it were, would you suggest how to improve them?
As far as in my capability, I aim to be a benefit wherever I go. So as far as what's in my capability, I can offer tactical advice, various different things. However, my primary reason here is Finnegan's safety. So if the Cornish are scaling the walls, then, hopefully I'll be gone by then.
That's understandable.
If I can't give any advice that prevent that, then why not? Let us talk of war, where I'm more comfortable.
And she'll turn to any of the knights that are there. I assume at least Cadogan is. And
Cadogan and Elian.
Cadogan and Elian are the only two
right
for there.
Yeah.
And I goes honorary Taliesin.
Yeah, well, he's barely a page. He's like 3-page right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on a page, yeah.
He makes like a little baby babble, and we just go, that's a very good point, Tally.
No, he says things. But anyway. Gap. No. But yes.
Yeah. We just go, that's a very good idea, my lord.
Yes. So intelligent, so talented. But in all seriousness, what are your takes on it? I know that you do have a loyalty to Nantilia, Dalian.
Yes.
I've always known him to be worthy of my trust and loyalty since I first met him as a squire myself. Time may have gone by and he's become perhaps more cunning, but he is still the same man from what I've seen.
And have you seen that over much? Or was it just things you have heard from reports?
I've received word from him, and I've seen him a few times over the past couple of years. I'm familiar with how Avalon has been. Seeing as it's been 15 years since I've seen him last time, I see no reason to doubt that he has changed much over the past few.
And as such, what do you make of this situation?
I trust that he is true to what he says, which is that he's invested in the well-being of Finnegan, and that he has I won't say that he has a vested interest necessarily in our particular welfare in the battle, but that I can't hold that against him. It's hardly his land. His loyalties and responsibilities lie to his land, as I'm sure you understand, the lady and princess.
You don't need to address me as princess.
I merely mean to mark us to your own responsibilities.
Sweet.
In your role that you've taken under your heart.
I think her lip twitches a little bit. Like, as she turns.
Cadogan was next, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cadogan's image is broken.
Yeah, I noticed.
Everyone.
Sorry, were you continuing with something?
I think it was, but I lost it.
Okay. I'm just gonna see if his token's broken elsewhere. Nope, it worked there. Okay.
Oh yeah,
so-
I had a scene him called Sir Luke's Spy.
That's the old one. This shows why Megan reacted so poorly on Sunday when I found out. That's great.
I saw a clip of it. It was so beautiful.
So funny to watch her find out in real time.
I didn't realize that she wasn't aware. I didn't know, and so I was told, and then immediately.
Olwen, Lady Olwen, do you want my honest opinion?
Of course, I wouldn't ask you if I didn't want your honest opinion.
I think Summerland is too small in these times of anarchy to hold independence. There's an old saying, an oath sworn against my foe binds us as allies. I believe your choice here, or perhaps no, King Cadwy's choice, but in his absence, I believe you're left with a decision on who you can trust and who you can't. Or rather, who you should consider your ally. And know that choosing no one is still a choice.
Using my own words against me. I see. Oh.
I would
I
be lying
suppose
to you
also-
if I haven't considered suggesting to Beatrice that we pack up ourselves and head somewhere. But
I see.
I know she would never do so, and I owe you my life.
I appreciate your candor. It could not hurt to have allies and to work together. And she'll turn to Lucius. You'll be guarded. I'll send a contingency to follow you. No hard feelings. Just as a, caution.
It's very smart to do. I usually get accosted by brigands or giants when I'm riding around. So I am very unusual incident prone.
Well, I wish I could say that I was unused to such a thing as well. Alas, I think I know that far too well. She'll have what you need.
With that, I think we'll quickly kind of zoom in on Beatrice. Just how much are you trying to, are you trying to just follow behind him?
Yeah, I'm following behind him until he stops.
Okay.
She's had a good storm off every once in a while. She knows eventually he's going to stop.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's a teenage
As
boy.
once an angsty teenager. As the angstiest teenager in the group
That's
initially.
true. Yeah, that's
She knows how this goes.
You're not wrong. All right, you make your way to the grove.
Okay. Has he noticed that she's following him?
I don't think he's really even paying attention.
Yeah.
Why do you make a dex roll and not fumble?
Okay. Don't say it out loud. I hate when you do that.
I know, that's why I do it.
Because you
That's my
put
role.
it out in the universe.
Yeah. That is the curse of the GM, is if you say it out loud.
I was so close.
Yeah, it's either close or it happens. That's how it works.
That was so close. It wasn't a fumble. I didn't fumble, Bob.
You did not fumble, it's true. So I don't think he cares enough to notice.
Mm-hmm.
Give me
She waits until
2d100 roll.
2d100. 84 and 65.
Yeah. He I'm gonna change it. I think he's gonna go out to the marshlands, actually. So the other side of things.
Yeah, this isn't bad at all. We're in the middle of nowhere, and this is
Right.
gonna be awesome.
That'll be fine.
I got
You're
magic. That's the
absolutely
thing,
lost.
right? All right. No, we can still see Barrowcrest. Barrowcrest is on the hill behind us.
Oh yeah. These are Barrowcrest lands, technically.
Yeah,
right?
we're mostly okay. Um,
I always forget about Buckcomb.
That's fair. You know,
I love when they got brought up. All right.
you know, it's right out of the book. It's the worst part, and it actually
Thomas
exists.
brought it up. Thomas brought it up earlier in the chat too. Just we can't escape the butt comes.
It's true.
I hate all of you so much. Okay.
It's a shame because I adore you.
I think
Just don't get me banned on Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rebecca makes no promise. So she'll wait until he stops.
Yeah, so at this point, you see him go to like the edge of the water, and he's just picking up stones and skimming them across the water. He's not really skimming them because he's too angry, so he's just throwing them in there. Yeah. Well, and he picks up another, hurls it. He does that with about 6 or 7 until he starts to take a breath. He's a bit winded.
They never give you answers, do they?
He turns. He's got his hand on his, like, effectively his wooden sword at this point. He's probably he's 16 now, so he's probably got a rebated sword. Yeah. So it looks like a sword. It just doesn't stab like a sword. It's very dull. So.
Yeah.
So he turns and he kind of when he realizes you're there, he stops and he kind of pauses and just kind of looks a bit confused. I'm just what the hell does that all mean anyways? Why does a king care about me? Why are people calling me the Winter Prince?
You want my honest answer?
He nods.
Out of character, I don't think Beatrice has made the connection yet. At all. Not even close.
That's probably not good for him, but continue, yeah.
Yeah, you know? Because I don't think she knows. Like, I don't think she would have logically made that at all. She also wasn't there for the rest of that conversation where they actually talked about it. So... I don't know. And sometimes people just don't tell you. Believe me, I was an expert in being the one that everyone answered in riddles. No one ever really told me anything. I know it's terrible and frustrating. What do you want to do?
I just want to understand what it means. I'm tired of being treated like a kid. If this is all true, I need to know. I need to know what it means.
I agree with you.
If I was
also,
a knight, I could deal with this myself.
Knights don't always deal with everything themselves.
Good ones do.
I'm married to a pretty good one, and believe me, does not do everything on his own.
He picks up another rock, throws it. Make an awareness roll, or I will take that, or falconry of all things.
But you think I have
That's why I
falconry
said
high
awareness
enough
or
to go
falconry.
against that awareness?
Yeah.
What is my falconry? I'm curious. A 1. Success.
Okay. You look up and you see an eagle over the water. And you see it swoop down low. Lower, lower. It's coming right towards the two of you.
I grab him because he's still injured. She grabs him. And I'm going to pull him to the ground.
Okay.
And she's going to crouch and be ready to cast if she needs to. But it's also, we'll see.
Okay. You see it swoop down, and then as you pull him aside, you pull him to the ground, right?
Yeah, I'm pulling us both. She's crouching, but she's yanking him all the way to the ground.
Yeah, it swoops right down over the two of you, and then it takes back to the air.
Is it circling back?
Looks like it's circling. No, it's a particularly weird behavior
Yeah.
for it,
no.
right? Like it. I'm sure there's going to be someone out there that's like an eagle could do tons of. Listen, in a game like this, it is not a big threat to anyone over like size 10 in this game.
Technically, the eagle,
Yeah. Actually, there's someone. Yes, they can claw. They're nasty. They're nasty. I get it. They are the ultimate bird of prey or whatever.
Ultimate non-avian dinosaur. They're long legs.
They're dangerous. They are. But really, in the grand scheme of threats, you saw. Well, test your sight.
Yeah. That's what's going to be my next question. I was like, this feels suspicious. Success, and a good one.
Do you have divination?
Do I have divination?
Mm-hmm.
Thought you were saying that as a statement. I was like, yes. I do.
Test it.
Yes. I had a 5. It's gonna fail. Yeah.
You there is something. You've seen different types of I guess magic, right? Like different ways in which they think. There's nothing fairy about this creature. Do you have blessing or bless?
Yes.
Test that.
It's also very, very low.
That's okay. Just seeing if you're trying to draw
So
any.
1.
You never know.
No.
Yeah, you're not really able to make sense of exactly what this is, but it doesn't look like it's really truly trying to threaten him.
I think she watches it and waits to see what it does when it circles back.
Okay. How close?
If it gets within distance to actually like grab, she's going to essentially like either press him flat into the ground or she's going to swing up.
Now you guys are staying on the ground?
Oh, I'm staying on the ground.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not getting up.
Yeah, it just lands in front of you like 5 feet in front of both of you. It just sits there. Like, it doesn't really follow a pattern of what you would expect. Like, you have nothing to offer it. It's not really treating you as friend or foe, but it seems comfortable enough to be this close to you, which seems abnormal.
She's going to put out her hand. Does it have anything tied to it?
No. When you put out give me a dex roll.
All right. It's all right. I knew there was a chance I was going to get bit by it. Don't pet wild animals, people.
That's our lesson for the game.
Pet it.
Yeah, you just barely avoid it. It snaps at you.
And who are you? Just stares at it for a while.
I think it waits. It waits almost like his head's down, almost like in the sand. He's like, "What the?" And then he looks up and he sees this, and he looks at it for a moment, and it's like the two of them look at each other, and then after that moment, he takes back to the sky.
Friend of yours?
Why is everything so complicated here in Summerland?
You have no idea. As someone who was born and raised here. And can do some pretty unexplainable things. You want to stop being treated like a boy. Grow up.
You're right.
Talk back to them. You don't want to do something, say you don't. Don't storm off and run from it. I've insulted at least 2 princes in my lifetime at this point.
2?
Prince Melwis of Summerland. One, never referred to him as his title. 2, I told him I was disappointed in him as a person. And the Prince of Cornwall, which is going swimming. So.
You mean Melwis, the Green Horse Rider, Sir Melwis?
Yes.
I thought he was a myth.
Oh, he's very much not. I knew him fairly well. For what it counts, I guess.
But the Green Horse, that must be.
Oh, no, that's very much real. You're in Summerland now, boy. You have no idea. There's a goblin knight that rides a boar.
Yes, many of the locals were talking about that.
Oh, it's very much real.
Though I wondered if it was untrue. He didn't show up in Samhain like they said he would.
He goes to different places now. He respects Our Lady and keeps his distance.
That he nods.
Don't let them walk. Oh, she stands up. It just leaves him on the ground. Don't let them walk all over you. If they say you're important, fine, be important. But it's also your choice not to be important if you choose not to.
Do you, Is it weird when you hear voices?
What voices are you talking about?
It's just that when I looked at that eagle and I don't know, didn't make sense. Sorry.
What did you say? What did you hear or see?
Said my father was murdered.
I can make the logical conclusion as someone who can use and has had visions. Can she make the logical conclusion that someone sent that, or at least make a conclusion?
Suspicious versus trusting.
Yeah.
You know what? This is gonna be different. Suspicious versus spiritual.
Suspicious.
Bad bread is
I know we're so shocked that I did suspicious. All right, spiritual. The spiritual's a better success. Suspicious, it's also success.
Could be a vision. Something offered by the gods.
She kind of looks where the eagle was at one point.
It's kind of over. You see it swooping down in it's found prey in the marshes, in the marshland. A nice big fish, nice big salmon.
He came to tell you something.
Right.
I think your gods are different than mine. But it was a message all the same.
Well, I was raised Christian. But that's only because the one who raised me was... Well, he was a pilgrim here in Summerland.
The way my people see it, that would have been a messenger for one of the gods.
I see.
It means you're lucky. That they speak to you.
How did you get through it then? You said that you... I don't understand exactly what you are. Some around town call you a witch, and others call you an enchantress, and some just call you Lady Beatrice, but...
I am all and none of those things. I made my own path. Some people said I was going to be important. Some people said I was a mess up. I made what I wanted to make.
Very good.
I frighten people when I want to.
I know many knights that did the same.
Yeah, I've stared down a couple of knights. They're interesting enough. Be better than knights, though. They can get so boring.
On your way back to town, Nicole, I need 2d100, please.
Please don't roll a dragon, Nicole. I don't want to fight a dragon by myself.
Another Saxon raid.
No, I'll cry, please.
59. Oh, I did mute Nicole. I apologize. Your mouse was making those noises again.
Oh.
Yeah, 1 sec. There you go. You're freed. You're freed from prison. 1 sec.
I've replaced the mouse, but it's connected to the keyboard. It's okay, 59 and 75.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, no, don't say that.
No, I just need to think about it for a second.
That doesn't help.
No. I'm just alone with the child. It's fine.
I mean, he's like 16.
I mean, yeah, I also have my child strapped to my back.
Right, I think you.
He's been dodging rocks.
I have
Yeah,
two
he's
children with me. I have a 1 and change-year-old and a 16-year-old. A teenager.
good. There's no mercy within Bob.
A child.
That's not entirely.
A child.
Maybe a little bit. Nicole, I'm going to get a D20 minus 5 from you, please.
Oh, God.
Baby, 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 baby.
Why are you saying baby weird? I don't know.
12.
The seer,
Anwin?
Anwin, the blind seer, is causing yet another stir in the town.
I'm sure she is. All right.
And this time, there are 2 guests. There is what looks like a knight of some sort, or more of a. No, it's not a knight. It would be like a horse rider, probably an esquire, right? And not necessarily someone dressed for war. Someone on a rouncy, or had a rouncy rather.
Probably.
They have with them. So this is. I think this is Beatrice to start, and then we're gonna see what kind of panic happens, and we're gonna give Nicole and Rebecca and Cyberbro some tests. Yeah. But the first introduction of this is just Finnegan and Beatrice, just for the start of this. It seems that the Esquire has been maybe pulled off their horse and is currently being like tied up to a tree by the squires or by the seer's followers.
Beatrice walks straight up.
Yeah, you see a dagger, which you would describe as a sacrificial dagger.
Oh dear, sweet mother of God. Okay.
And then beside all that is a girl that's like, she's screaming. She's like age 12. She doesn't look highborn. She like doesn't look like she's a part of any of this. She looks like she was along like on the second roundsea with this Esquire.
Book it and get between them and the Esquire.
Okay. I think at this point, all of you, the rest of you hear from, we got any super high energetic, it's not gonna be Minotos. Any of the knights, high energy?
I have 15.
I don't know about Camelot.
I don't know. Do
What
we?
about Bowie or Everett?
Oh, Bowie.
Oh.
Probably not.
Give me a second.
I'll
Yeah,
check.
Bowie's a little chill. Too chill.
Bowie's pretty chill. Yeah.
Everett has an energetic of 10.
He's 13 energetic.
Who just fumbled
I don't know
on
what
Nicole.
Cadogan Oh, is that another fumble?
Yeah, you know what? It makes sense it would be Cadogan because he probably went out to look for Elian right after. He runs back as you.
Beatrice.
Beatrice. Who went for Beatrice?
Yeah. I meant Finnegan.
It's gonna go great. We have the
Emily.
one who almost killed her the last time, and me. It's gonna go awesome.
Cadogan runs in and no, yeah.
You want me to roll?
No, it's probably someone who wasn't there. So we're gonna say it's whoever has higher energy, Everett or Bowie. Which one?
It's Bowie, I think.
Bowie.
Bowie.
Bowie has 13.
Yeah,
I have
Bowie.
10. Yep.
Bowie comes running in. There's trouble.
I see that. Well, let's go.
So all of you kind of come into the scene. Beatrice is just intercepted. They're not happy about this.
What are we doing?
It's a good question.
I'm gonna orient myself towards the child.
Yeah.
Finnegan.
Oh, you're going to Finnegan or the 12-year-old daughter?
Bowie would go for the girl.
To orient myself near Finnegan, near the primary reason for me being here.
Yep. Elian, what are you doing? You're here.
Well, yeah, I mean, I fumbled and was arriving last of all of them. So Bowie is already.
I didn't call for that. You can be here. For
okay.
This. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming I'm there. I'm just assuming I get there after Bowie and after Lucius. So they have both gone to stand by the girl and Finnegan. So Ellie will orient herself by Beatrice.
Okay. It's kind of protecting. And I think Cadogan will probably take the other side. And they start to back off.
What are we doing?
And just as timely as ever, the seer faints.
Great.
And begins to seizure.
Why do we keep this woman around? What is she even doing for us?
Easy.
This is Bowie, right? That's Bowie.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
She's good.
Beatrice asks the question again as people are helping the seer. She's asking one of the followers, what are we doing?
I
This
believe
year,
the lady asked you a question.
well, they kind of all look back like, well, the person who's supposed to talk is seizuring in the moment, right? So like, there's some people that are looking, they look confused because a lot of these guys are the equivalent of like commoner worshippers of this, not worshippers, but followers of this lady. But they're like, she said that this stranger riding into town was corrupt.
And you've taken it upon yourself to enforce the rules.
Yeah, we pull people off horses and kill them in front of children. That's great. And she undoes the child from her and hands the baby to Cadogan.
She said that the gods would be offended if we allowed him to breathe, to live.
And you don't think your lady would be offended?
Well, and they kind of look at each other. But I don't know. But the gods are important.
I'm handing the baby to Cadogan. Just like, here.
Yeah, your
here's a
child, just to clarify.
Yeah, my child.
Okay.
And she's going to walk intimidatingly close to the followers as she passes them.
Yeah, I think Bowie is looming behind her, glaring.
As someone who also has visions of our gods, I've never had one of them immediately tell me to kill someone. And generally, if you want to stay somewhere and live somewhere peacefully, you don't start taking justice into your own hands. And she touches the seer.
The seizuring seer.
I'm going to see if she's seeing something, because that's what Beatrice, I believe, has drawn a line to.
Okay. Are you trying to tap into what she's seeing?
Yeah.
Divination.
Yep.
You
I get a plus
can.
to it.
If you choose to impassion with Horse God, you may.
I hate you
Do it.
I hate you so. You want me to go into melancholy so badly.
Always. That's the
You want
goal.
her to go into
I will
melancholy
never
so
deny
bad
these
it makes you
things.
look stupid.
Yeah.
Take that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, plus 7 total.
Okay. Plus 7 total.
Yeah.
Okay. It's still really, really low. Okay.
I believe in you, Spring Break.
Success.
You see strange signs. A forest covered in hanged people, garbed in the color yellow. You hear them whispering. You hear a single word. Hastur.
Pastor.
Hastur. With an
Okay.
H.
Pastor. Pastor.
Hastur.
HASTOR?
Ha ha ha. Is my H weird?
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, I don't know. It could,
could
be
be.
that. It could be. I don't know.
Why do I say what way?
I was like,
It
where
could
is
be
the
because
H?
it's 1 a.m.
How's there so many places with
PASTHOR, obviously.
Pastor, okay.
Astor.
There we go.
Astor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Astor.
Hathor.
Stop it.
Hathor. Yeah.
You need to
Astor.
pronounce the H in it.
H.
H.
Yeah.
Proper way to say
So like
it.
British
Alright.
or
No.
Australian.
Hmm.
Side-eye
Cool.
all those. It's on the
Cool.
whisper.
Hathaway.
All right. All right.
Um,
I got the whispering. I got it. I swear.
You see a strange sign carved into a tree.
We're doing it again.
And with that, Beatrice, you are impassioned with Horse God, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to make a spiritual roll. You can add your Rhiannon bonus.
God. Plus 5 or 7?
Plus 5 this time.
Okay. Success.
You felt like you were about to unravel at the complexity of what you just saw. Like you almost felt like you could have very well joined her in this seizure. And there's something about this vision that unnerves you in a way that you've never been unnerved. Not with anything you've seen.
Ugh.
And with that, folks, we're going to end the session.
We're going to end it.
They're
I don't
back.
need to react
Why
to
are
you,
they
jerk.
back? Why are they back?
Why are who back? I don't know. That is. I made no connection.
You guys got problems.
Cyber Bro, you of course are welcome to continue to join us, so long as it makes sense during this Cornwall campaign. When you need to go, we will simply have you slightly elsewhere.
Okay.
If you can't make a particular week, but you're welcome to join on the weeks during Cornwall while you can. Okay.
Yeah.
Always welcome or nice.
Yeah. It's always so fun.
For those that are curious, that is definitely a refer back to our original prologue campaign in Salisbury. But it's also the month of October, and so these things are required.
Ooh, creepy.
And this may or may not have some link to Nicole's D6 outcome of a 6 involving her family.
You brought them to us.
Oh, no, not per se.
Oh.
There's a particular 12-year-old girl that has just wrote in.
Aww.
I was about to say, you should be a child. Oh, is this the guy who I hired?
Who knows?
We'll find out.
Maybe someone has seen to this needing to happen. So.
And when you look confused, I hired an investigator to find a child.
No, investigators
do tend to find strange things.
Mm-hmm. Quite so. Wild.
An amazing story to tell.
So much
I will
screen.
still tea for you.
I know.
Thank you.
I do not know the
I need help. I have no idea what's going on.
Nah, you're all good. We'll talk about it. But we are completing this session, and we'll be back with more. One thing I do need to know for upcoming planning is I need to know if Barrowcrest is sending anyone to Wells for the muster for the counter siege. Who?
I think so. Do we need to know now, or?
I think we need to know. We need to announce it for the beginning of next week, so we need to have it done probably by Wednesday. You can kind of meta talk it out of character, and then we'll decide.
I think we might need to chat about it.
If it does, it might change the makeup of who's here for next one. If it's one of
we could do a Bray and Bowie.
You could send every Bowie, but why don't you guys talk about what makes sense and who would feel compelled? Yeah. I'm assuming Every or Alien won't because of Finnegan. Yeah.
Finnegan. Yeah, exactly.
So. Alrighty.
There's some nights to move around, so
Yeah, you guys got a few nights.
We'll figure it out.
Literally a few, but you got a few. So we'll let's quickly do some outros. We'll start, but since Cyberbro's going to be a slightly more visible guest, we'll start with our standard crew and then finish with Cyberbro. So we'll start with you, Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I played Lady Alwyn and a little bit of Bowie tonight, and that was fun. Yeah, it's always a good time. If you want to know more about what all of this could possibly be, we have a backlog of all of our videos that you can go back and check on our YouTube channel. And if you want links to that, they're available in our Discord or in the chat, both of which I have linked. As well as in our Discord, you can find out when we go live, all the memes and shit posting that we do, as well as other projects that we're a part of, such as a Vampire the Dark Ages game that I play with Mark and Thomas from our Sunday game. It's a lot of fun. We just had episode 2 last night, and that should be on that YouTube channel soon. But yes, it's always fun playing with all of you guys. I suppose that's me done.
Awesome. Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily. I played Beatrice. I got to almost fight a bird, and I gave some really questionable advice today to a teenager. So we're gonna see how that pans out. But yeah, it's fine. I'm sure everything's fine. I'm sure this vision was totally nothing bad.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's great.
Nicole.
I'm Nicole. I played Sir Alien, who was thankfully not lost to the session. Yeah.
About it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, things are happening right now to her so much as she's doing anything.
That's fair. And last but not least, we got the Cyberbro.
Howdy, I'm Cyberbro. I'm playing Sir Lucius Julius Julianus. That's a tongue twister. And who is habitually in over his head.
Welcome to Summerland. I think everyone's in over their head.
Right? Yeah.
Welcome to
It's
Summerland.
right in. Always constantly fighting back overwhelmed tears.
Okay. So just a quick shout out to the 3 Pendragon games we run, all set in the same setting. As mentioned, we may have crossed over a little bit with references to Carcosa and the Yellow Sign before in this setting, so it's already in the canon somewhere. Way back in the prologue, there's a little 2-episoder, as well as a little bit more of a reference later on. That is a link to a future opportunity I have. On Wednesdays, I'll be running a Mask of Nyarlathotep campaign of Call of Cthulhu, and currently recruiting. If you're interested in a streamer, hit me up and we will talk. We're going to have a limited crew there because I think over 4 or 5 in Cthulhu is just madness. But 2 or 3 is sometimes a little too little for that game to my liking. So we'll probably do 4 or 5.
Death in Nyarlathotep.
Yeah. What's that?
A lot of character deaths in Nyarlathotep.
No, it never happens. Everyone's fine.
No, never.
I don't know.
Never
Death and
never
insanity
craziness.
in Call of Cthulhu are not a thing. They're not.
I've never played a Call of Cthulhu game where someone's died on
No.
literally the first roll.
No.
It's just like Harry Potter, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I mean,
everyone
Yeah,
knows.
and it's not like Masks is particularly notorious for having a high death.
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna wrap up there, folks. We have a quick recap to do. For those curious and interested, we're going to be doing 10-minute recaps at the end of sessions where possible. 5 10-minute recaps real quick, and we're going to compile them for the Patreon and then eventually release them to everybody as kind of a big cluster at the end of one chapter of these type of games. But since we're starting it right now, it's going to be a little broken, but we'll do the one now, and we'll continue forward from here. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.